Hello, Africa and the rest of the world. Um, what do I say? I always want to put it out there that my channel is actually about Africa, you know, and um, and I appreciate the support I get all over the world. People reaching out from me from Spain, Italy, United States, the UK, the love coming from these countries, keep me motivated. And because Africa has become the fer- fertile ground of the group called Jehovah's Witnesses, I have decided to, speak up and let it be that the voices that are trying to shine light on the evil of the Jehovah's Witnesses isn't just voices from the UK, United States, Canada. I don't want Africans to see this. Put it down. Excuse me. I don't want Africa to see this as a white man's thing. They say, oh, there's apostates. They're from the other side of the world. No, some people perceive uh, people, no, European countries, America and all that, as people who, all they do is to want to rubbish religion generally. They see it as, oh, the white man, doesn't care about God anyway. But I am African, I am Nigerian, I grew up here, a boy from the yard. So if you are Jehovah's Witness, um, waking up, this video is for you. And I would say that there will be Jehovah's Witnesses that are not yet born that'll probably see this video. Okay, so my videos may not be penetrative now, but I do hope that in the near future it's gonna gain some momentum to really spread, and people get to see that there's voices from Africa, and we're basically talking about the same thing. The same thing. They talk the same experiences we share, as former Jehovah's Witnesses. So today is important for me to make this video about my struggle with mental health and the thought of killing myself upon awakening from the um, religion, excuse me, uh, religion of the Jehovah's Witnesses. Um, this is very, very important. I need you to, um, those who have been through this might be able to identify with what I'm trying to say or what I'm about to say. They're waking up from the high control group, such like the Jehovah's Witnesses, is not easy. It's not an easy thing. It's not something you just take a stroll in and you take a stroll out. It comes with a lot of stress. So I just want to share my experience today and how I have been able to cope. Maybe somebody out there listening to me and is about to give up on himself. Uh, Someone out there who is constantly thinking of death. The thought that you want to die, the thought of death keep hanging around. That was my experience upon awakening. I never thought I'd be in a situation where I'll become suicidal. When I hear people want to commit suicide, and I'll just say, no, what would make a man want to take his life? You know what I'm saying? But did not know that I would fall in the same bracket. So, first of all, I just want to say to you, if you are in a similar situation, that if you think you're not going to go past today, or you think you're not going to make it upon awakening to find out that all these, what we thought was the truth was a lie, and you think it's too much for you to um digest, it's too much for you to swallow. Just know that, like me, you are gonna make it. I life was life was meaningless to me. Life was there was no point living when I woke up. What can I say? Um, uh, so Paris, stay back. So, or if you, well, I'm giggling now. I'm laughing, smiling, but this is not uh, a choice play. It's not something you want to smile about. I can smile now, but few years back, when I woke on sometime in 2015, oh my God. You know, I let me quickly say this. The reason why it was like that for me was that my everything was tied to the religion. If you are a Jehovah's Witness who really never took the religion seriously, you didn't bother about the so-called paradise and all that, you know, it might be pretty easy for you upon awakening that, oh, it's not the truth anyway, that you just take a stroll. But if you believed in this thing, for me, I know I lost my dad when I was very little, and I have always hoped for the paradise to see my dad back, and I did everything uh, to make sure that I stay in track to finally see him. Though I was not uh, uh, the best of a Jehovah's Witness. I was not a good Jehovah's Witness, I must say, but I believed in it, and I wanted to change to what the prescription of the organization, which I did at the time. I said to myself, I was going to clean up, my involvement with women, basically, all right, that part of it, I could, a grown ass man like me, how could I not have a girlfriend, So I basically struggled by the time when I was about to uh, get married to my now ex-wife. I told her, hey, man, I've been through a lot of, name it. Now it's time to turn a new slate. So I'm gonna go talk to the elders. So I believed in this religion. So when I now woke up to the realization that there is no paradise, at least from Christianity point of view, it's basically from the Christian point of view, your reward is in heaven. So not there's no paradise. For Jehovah's Witnesses, you can go do your research and find out. So that was heartbreaking for me. All right, I'm not gonna be able to see my dad in flesh. A man that gave his life for the religion, and you know I submitted my head. There were certain decisions I could have made, even if I wasn't the best Jehovah's Witness, that I would have made those decisions. There are association I could have surrounded myself with that I couldn't, because I thought they were bad association. Even in terms of, you're getting a spouse, a mate. There are people who turn you down because of your religion. Some beautiful women that probably would have locked horns with, if I may use the word. They I couldn't get them because they didn't want to live the life of a Jehovah's Witness. So when I woke up with everything that I have sacrificed, my dad sacrificed, and the whole family struggle, life was not worth living. I remember I did my last bit of research in my house, the house I was building at the time, in an uncompleted building. My head, I know, my last, I think I did say this in a previous video. My last bit of research was on jwfast.com. I was at a site where I was building a house. So when my workers had left, I was all by myself in the uncompleted building at the time, and it just dawned on me that what? Because I kept doing research, I kept trying to see if this paradise narrative would still be true, even if the Jehovah's Witness religion wasn't the truth. I just wanted the paradise narrative because I wanted to, the paradise. I wanted it. Okay. And I also had hope that I didn't have to die before the paradise. I would just move on. I didn't want anything death until the paradise comes my way. I would just, the end is always around the corner. So when I found out that, Mr. Death is a necessary end, there's nothing you're gonna do about it. My forefathers, my great-grandfathers, they all did. So I'm not gonna be an exception. You are not gonna be an exception. So if your thoughts have been tied around that, just know that you're gonna be fine after a while, because I said to myself at the time, somebody tells me that, hey, you're gonna be fine, after a time. I would say, no way. I don't see myself doing well after this whole revelation. Death was the thing calling. So my mental health was affected. Each time I'm driving to work or I'm driving back from work, I would always want to turn the wheels, and plunge myself into the lake, every time. When I get on top of a cliff, I'll say, why don't I just end it right here? Each time I pull my leg on the pedal, I'm always thinking about the thought of death. Death was just hanging all over. I don't breathe, I can eat. I'm eating, I'm thinking about death. I'm drinking, I'm thinking about death. And nobody around me knew what I was going through. I could not tell nobody about it. They would not understand me. That you left a religion, or you about to leave a religion, is that the reason why you were gonna kill yourself? And this is Nigeria. My mental health issue and my suicidal moments, there was nobody to share with. Nigeria is not really a country where people take mental health seriously. You want to check yourself. I don't even know where I'll go for to get help like that. I don't even know. I must be frank with you. Mental health and all of that. There might be places you can go, where you can seek help, but because it's not a popular thing, that's why when I have a dysfunctional society. Now suicide is jumping all of a sudden in Nigeria. No, things have changed. Suicide thing is something we usually think happens in European countries, but all of a sudden, the rate of suicide in Nigeria, has skyrocketed. So, I dealt with this all by myself. I just said to myself, by the way, I'm being shunned, no family, nobody, you know. And I said, if I kill myself now, my family are going to say, well, he left Jehovah. That's what's going, um, that's, that's always going to be the end for him. He left Jehovah before he began to question. He had been fine, but now that he turned his back against Jehovah, what do you expect? So I had to console myself and try hard. And good thing at the time, I had a little bit of money, you know, to deal with some kind of emotional issues. I had a job, you know, um, I had money. I think was one of those that was my savior. Because if I had been broke at the time I woke up and I'm being shunned by my family, I would have gone for the ropes. So I just wanna talk to anyone listening to me right now that you need to seek help. Um, you need to reach out if you are not able to bear um, all of these. If you are if you have just awoken to the realization that all this was a big lie. Um, if you're not able to deal with it by yourself, and I should point out here that, you know, I was able to feed on YouTube videos. It became a therapy for me. It was very therapeutic. I took time off, you know, spend tons of money to stay on the internet, to listen to people's experiences and all of that. I found out that I'm not alone, and that these people didn't kill themselves, and if they didn't kill themselves, I would be fine. So day in, day out, my food, my water, my medication was YouTube videos, of SJ Dobbs. you know uh, if I didn't have the money to stay on the internet, I don't think I would have been able to pull through. Because so this is important for those who are not as who are work who are awakening to this religion and they don't have much. It's a religion that really impoverishes you, if you will. Except if you really don't pay attention to what they would ask you to do. If you want to do exactly what the religion says, it leaves you with nothing in your pocket. So if you're out there, please, you think that you can make it, you think you want to kill yourself, or life is worthless, life is beautiful. I have come to accept my mortality. We're gonna die someday, but right now we're still breathing. Why don't you make the best out of life? It's gonna get better, I assure you. If it got better for me, it's gonna get better. You know, I'm a testimony to that. Now you want to reach out to me, should you see this video sometime, you want to reach out to me personally, I'll drop um, my email, I drop my phone number, and I want to also encourage you to reach out to Sharon Tyson Tover. Uh, I'll drop her email as well. You can also share with her, you know, if you are struggling with mental health. She could give you some recommendation. She's not a psychiatrist or anything, but she could provide assistance to direct you on what you would do, and um, a better direction. So I can personally share my story with you, and tips on how you could cope when you wake up from the religion of the Jehovah's Witnesses. So I thought I'd share this with you, and thanks for listening. And please do subscribe to my channel. Try and help my channel to grow a little bit, so I can reach more, to reach out to more Africans and the world at large. Um, my daughter is trying to jump in at this point, so let me say bye for now. I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye.